Seek the truth. Paranormal Investigations.
Has been a couple of entities that popped up that died here because of being choked or a heart attack or normal restaurant.
Yeah.
The place was firebombed at one time by a jealous brother. They had a bunch of old men that would come up and sit in that window and watch fires in the morning about 4:30. Well, the one would come up, he'd start coffee and sit and let the rest in. Well, he made the coffee and he sat down, and the brother walks up, opens the doors out there, and there's a firebomb in. So he was able to get the upstairs cleared and get everybody out before there was a fire. The train will cause activity because of the coming and going. The train was the heart of town, so you never know who's going to pop up or what's going to pop up. It's been to the point that we left one night because it was growling, it was hissing, it was spitting out words that you don't say in front of kids. There is a restroom there. It is not usable.
Okay.
And there is no electric in this building. Or on this side. In my room there is, but not on this side. This is the cafe. At one time it was a grocery.
So we have no electricity over here whatsoever?
But
Did you bring the
I can
extension cord?
There's an extension cord run to that door.
Oh, okay.
So, if you can get it, it's coming in that door. So if you can get from,
Okay.
or,
Did you
or
bring
even across.
Mark, did you bring the extension cords too? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll need those.
This was a grocery. One of the clerks was found out south of town with 2 bullets in his back and his hand cut off. It turned out to be a spectacle because at that time, ambulances weren't invented yet. So people would go by horse and buggy to look at the body in the field. They had to call in a coroner from Indianapolis, and it took him more than a day to get here.
Wow.
And so you can imagine how right that got. But in here there are women. The ladies that are in here sing. They open that red door back there, which I have open at the moment. And these cups can be thrown off here across the room. Not just plop, plop, plop. I'm talking shot over across the room. Her name's Liza, and she's an older lady that's very cantankerous. Now we have something new here that's driving me absolutely crazy, and that is that guy. I have not been able to touch it. The guy brought it in, set it down, left, and it's not staying here. He will be coming back to get it.
Did you ever see him move or?
He just wanted to decorate. It has something because it's depressed. It feels like it's sitting on my chest when I get near it. It could be that the officer, it's a World War II uniform. He may have died in battle.
What's this badge?
I have no clue.
It honestly makes me think chemical type stuff. Because it
All
almost
he
looks like a
said
makeshift
was-
biohazard type bag.
He rattled it off what it was, and I'm like, oh, why did I agree to it? I have opened this door and put my flashlight like this, and mist come around the corner up at me. I just slammed the door and went my own way.
We need to get our flashlight out from the basement.
Bring this flashlight?
Well, I didn't get a chance to get it. I'm being careful.
Yeah, okay. I can't even see the steps. Looking through
Yeah,
a
yeah.
viewfinder.
Feel them out.
Yeah, it's big. Nick will be here in a few minutes, and he's our technical guy. Okay. And I'll try to keep it up here so that Okay, when you come back here, as I said, you know, I have the
You can go up
sump pump plugged in, because it was up pretty high. We always get activity back here,
Back in this corner.
right here. And this is an Irish wind chime. And we have had it used back here. So if you can get them to make a chime, it's awesome. This is a gas well. You don't find gas wells in buildings. I have video set up here in this hole. My guy come down to mess with it, and he stepped to the side. And as he stepped to the side, this huge orb come in, stopped, and then kind of went towards him. And I said, just come back up here. Just come back up. And leave it where it's at. But that old orb, I mean, just beautifully come right here, stopped, and then took off again.
Right, I noticed it was getting recorded.
Coming
I
up
was
to see what
curious.
he's messing with.
We got a picture of something that looked like an evil carnival clown there.
Huh, that's what I was thinking.
We had it removed. You won't get it. When we come back here, there is some water back here. It's just enough to be annoying. When you come out of it, it's right there, that's it. Okay, this is the hidden room from that back room. And it's got a great big furnace that you can put huge items in there. Through here, this is where Jim is. Jim is the one that likes young girls. And he will use the flashlight, he will use the K2, he'll use a millimeter. Anything you put out, he'll use. Especially when Janet's down here. Janet orders him around like a soldier, and he'll do anything she tells him to. But I get down here and I get a little creeped out, and I don't stay long. We've had flashlights that people were using being turned on and off while it hung from their wrist this way. Clicker flashlights at that. Okay, now we're going to go back here to this doorway, and you guys need to hold on to the banister. Ponytail is in the stairwell, and she does not like me, and she will try to push him down the stairs.
Warm up here. At least it's been cooling off at night.
Yeah. Okay, there is something in the stairwell here. We think that it's male. There was an EVP caught on the outside of a male voice. And when you take pictures at night, you get all kind of orb action. Okay. This aisleway has activity. You won't be able to catch him. It will only be in a feeling. He's coming down off of opium. He's, what do they call that, tweaking? And it kills him. The coming down kills him. Okay, this is room number 9. This is where the entity we call Sprite was given bad drugs. And when they realized that she was too far under, they threw her in a bathtub full of cold water. She's from the 1970s. She will use a flashlight and sometimes a K2. The way we know who she is, her name is Victoria O'Brien. She talked to a psychic while I was on the Skype with her. About 4 months later, I opened the cafe, and the first guy that come in, he said, "Dude, I used to party here." "Really? Did you know Vicky?" "Oh yeah, Vicky O'Brien. They found her dead in the bathtub." So
There's
everything's
confirmation.
been confirmed.
And this is the room that they kept her in, or?
This is the room that we believe she died in, but there was a community bathroom. So she had to have died here and been carried over there. The psychic came through here and she kept looking at this area out the corner of her eye. I said, "What are you seeing?" She said, "There's a woman hanging there." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah, and there's a man standing below her, so I don't know if he killed her or if he found her. She's hanging from there." Our first time up here, our very first contact was along this wall and on the banister there, and they would use the K2 and the K2 only. And his name was oh no, I can't think of it. What was the Wright brothers' names?
Well-
Mark and Wilbur.
Wilbur Wright.
Orville.
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 That's Orville.
Yeah.
That's all. I haven't been up here all summer and I'm forgetting names. Through here.
You are next.
Yeah, you're next. Through here, there is something we haven't caught yet. So, see what you can find. This is Bethany's area. Bethany was 7 years old. She was thrown into the window. Blunt trauma to the head is what killed her. She was forced to work here. So whether she was emptying bedpan or emptying slop jars, carrying trays, making beds, I don't know what she did. But this is where she died, and this is where she stayed until a month or so ago, and she crossed over. But there has been other activity since she crossed over. This would swing, and we also get flashlight and K2 activity here. This room back here, a man hung himself in.
So there's been two types of hangings here.
There's been, I believe it was 4 murders and 2 suicides. I'll have to look to make sure, 'cause don't quote me on those numbers.
Looks like there might have been a fire on board too.
Well, that goes with the firebombing
Yeah.
from in the basement. He has crossed over, so you won't contact him. According to the psychic, he's been gone for a long time. But the guy was trying to rent the apartment, and they couldn't get into the apartment because of stuff shoved against the door. When they finally got it open, they found him.